Okay, students, today we shall do the lesson an ideal ruler. Okay, what is this lesson all about? This lesson is all about the ruler, the ideal ruler. Who is this picture you can see over here? The picture, in the picture you can see Shivaji Maharaj. Yes, Shivaji Maharaj was an ideal ruler. Now, why is he called an ideal ruler? That is what we are going to look in this entire chapter. Okay, boys. Now you need to understand, boys, before the foundation of Swaraj, Maharashtra was under the domination of the Adil Shahi, Siddhi, Portuguese, and the Mughal power. Okay, Shivaji Maharaj struggled against these powers. He faced all kinds of adverse circumstances. He founded an independent and sovereign Swaraj. He set up a system for the administration of this Swaraj. He turned Swaraj into a Surajya, a kingdom that sought the welfare of all. Okay, now let's look one by one in depth. Okay, look at this picture, dear boys. You can find the Adil Shahi, the Siddhi, the Portuguese, and the Mughal powers. Okay, these were the domination in Maharashtra, whom Shivaji Maharaj had to defeat and bring up Swarajya. Okay, so you find in Maharashtra was under the domination when Shivaji Maharaj was about to create Swaraj. The Maharashtra was under the domination of Adil Shahi, Siddhi, Portuguese, and the Mughal powers. Okay, so Shivaji Maharaj had to fight with all these people to attain Swaraj. After defeating all the people around over here, you can find Maratha Empire, which extended from the north to the south. Okay, in 1759 AD, the Maratha Empire was there, almost all part of India. There is also a part of a little bit towards the eastern part too. You are the north part under the control of Maratha ruling power. You are the south. So all the part in the map, what you can see in orange color, is under the control of Swaraj. Okay, Shivaji Maharaj. Circumstances that Maharaj had to face to attain Swaraj. So this picture will give you a glimpse of the previous lessons what we have done. Okay, how Shivaji Maharaj, rescued himself, and how his associates also helped him to rescue himself and attain Swaraj. Clear? Now events like meeting with Afzal Khan. You can see the picture over there. The siege of Panhala, the attack on the Shaista Khan, the escape from Agra, all involved a great amount of risk. Okay, and who helped him in taking up this risk? His own people, his own associates supported him, helped him in escaping in the container. You saw know that. Okay, in this manner, he was under all these circumstances, Shivaji Maharaj was able to come out of the problems. Okay, and defeat and fight, and with great valor was able to establish Swaraj, that is Swaraj. Okay, boys. So this is where you find the pictures being shown. Okay, the siege of Panhala, Sheshta Khan visit, then Afzal Khan's visit around over there, and how Shivaji is escaping from Agra in the basket. Okay, food basket. You all remember the story? You know what we had done? Yes. Okay. So all these circumstances Maharaj had to face and to attain Swaraj. that playing with the marvelas around over here, that was when he was small itself. Okay, he used to play with them, that these became his associates later on. So whatever he made up proper plans, and these people supported him always. Okay, throughout his life journey in making of Swaraj, attaining Swaraj, the people of Malwa supported him and also stood by him. Okay, and was ready to even give their life for their king. Now let us look into the organizational skills that Shivaji Maharaj used. Okay, boys, we will start. We have taken the matter from your textbook itself. Organizational skill. Maharaj inspired the people around him to work for the Swaraj. His organizational skill was unparalleled. With this skill, he drew around himself brave people who were also extremely loyal. These close associates of Maharaj performed their duty even by risking their own lives. There are many instances of this in the founding of Swaraj. Okay, so what you find in this small paragraph over here, you find that Maharaj inspired the people. The people were ready to even sacrifice their life for Maharaj. His organizational skill, the way he organized the skill was unparalleled. You couldn't compare it with anything. Okay, it's extremely good. With this skill, he could draw around himself loyal people. His skills, his skills were one thing. His organizational skills, unparalleled organization skill, drew people close to him. Okay, and he could have loyal people. They were so loyal that they were ready to even sacrifice their life for Maharaj. Now, these close associates of Maharaj performed their duty even by risking their life. Remember Agra, for freeing, escaping Shivaji Maharaj from the fort of Agra. Okay, there you find they were so loyal that they would even risk their life. These people would even risk their life for their Maharaj. Okay, now you have some examples around over here. There are many instances of this in the founding of Swaraj. We will look one by one. Okay, boys, this is clear to you all now. We'll proceed. Look at this picture, boys. Okay, the unparalleled skill of Shivaji Maharaj, where you find his associates who were extremely ready to sacrifice their life. These are the loyal people of Shivaji Maharaj who stood by him, who stood along with him during his thick and thin times. Okay, even in hard times and even in difficult times, they were there with Shivaji Maharaj. They were so loyal. They would even risk their life to save Shivaji Maharaj. Okay. We read ahead. Jeev Malha, who killed Bada Said at a critical moment during the meeting with Afzal Khan. Shiv Kashid, who crossed the siege of Panhalgarh in the disguise of Shivaji Maharaj. Baji Prabhu Deshpande, who blocked the advances of the enemy on the way to Vishalgarh. Murarbaji Deshpande, who defeated the fort of Purandar. Taneji Malsure, who sacrificed his life while conquering Sinhgarh. Hiroji Farjand and Madari Mhetri, who risked their lives during the escape of Maharaj from Agra, etc. Maharaj took great care of his associates. Okay, now here what do you understand? These are some of the examples. First one was Jeev Mahal. Jeev Jiva Malha, who killed Baba Sayyid. Okay, and then that is while Shivaji was meeting with Afzal. There was a meeting with Afzal Khan. You remember where Afzal Khan tried to attack Shivaji Maharaj. Okay, there you find Jiva Malha had killed Baba Sayyid. Okay, now Shiv Kasid is another second person who crossed the siege of Panalgarh. Okay, in the disguise of Shivaji Maharaj. Next, Baji Prabhu Deshpande, who blocked the advances, who blocked the enemies from entering. Till Shivaji Maharaj entered the Vishalgarh fort safely, he blocked the enemies. Murarjbhai Deshpande defended the fort of Purandar. So that he defended means so that by the time Shivaji would reach the next fort, till that much time, we have Murarjbhai Deshpande, who blocked the advances of the enemy. That means didn't allow the enemy to come ahead. Clear? Now Murarjbhai Deshpande, who defeated the fort of Purandar. Taneji Malsure, who sacrificed his life while conquering Sihagarh. Now Tanaji Malsure, who sacrificed his life while conquering Sihagarh. Hiroji Farjand and Madari Maitri, who risked their lives during the escape of Maharaj. Okay, even when that means they slept on that bed. No, that's Shivaji Maharaj over there. Shivaji Maharaj escaped in the basket. Okay, so they even risked their life, no matter even if their life is lost, but they risked their life around over there. Okay, that is what. Now Shivaji Maharaj took great care of his associates, is trustworthy. His followers around him. Shivaji took great care of his associates. Kanoji Jaid was associated with Maharaj in the work of Swaraj. Okay. In this manner, he gave them important posts, and also took care of him. Now, when the aging Kanoji fell ill, Maharaj told him not to neglect his medicines or treatment on any account. See how Shivaji Maharaj was so much caring. He saw to it that Kanoji Jaydev, when he was an associate, he was also one of an associate of Shivaji Maharaj. When he was aging, when he was almost old enough around over there, and he was sick. Okay, he was ill enough. Maharaj told him not to neglect your medicine. Okay, or treatment on any account to save my life or to protect my life. Do not worry about it, but take care of your health. Your health is more important. That is how Shivaji Maharaj could connect with the people and be for the people. Okay, boys. Why we call Shivaji Maharaj an ideal ruler? Okay, let's look at the next incident over here. That is caring for the Royat. Okay, while establishing Swaraj, Maharaj had to constantly struggle against his enemies. His subjects suffered due to enemy invasions. At such time, Maharaj used to take utmost care to protect the Royat. At the time of Shesta Khan's campaign, Maharaj warned the Deshmukh of the Rohida valley not to fail in his duty towards the Royat. He ordered Deshmukh to visit every village and shift people to a safe place down the Ghats. He strictly told him not to delay even for a moment. He further warned the Deshmukh that if he did not thus take care of the Royat, the Mughal army would take the people prisoner, and then it would be seen as a Deshmukh's doing. Maharaj also saw to it that the soldiers did not in any way cause any harm to the Royat. Okay, now these are the people who were living in the villages. So what happened? Shivaji Maharaj took care of the Royat. While establishing Swaraj, Maharaj had constantly to struggle. He was struggling at the initial period of time. Okay, so he had many enemies with whom he had to fight, my dear boys. Okay, now in this fighting, what happened? The Mughals or the enemy power will come from any side. No, they entering the village, they will come to attack Shivaji Maharaj. No? So who will get hurt around over here? The subjects. That is the subjects. Common people will get attacked around over them. So what Shivaji Maharaj took utmost care of this Royat, and he told the Deshmukhs, warned the Deshmukh even before the Mughals entered in, take the Royat, ask them and shift them to a safe place. Okay, take them separate, they remove them from that place and shift them to a safe place so that they are not faced by any attack. And he also warned them, he told them, if you all do not do that on time, don't waste your time for even for a moment, go and get all the village people out of from there and make them stay in a safer place. Because even if one person is being attacked, okay, what will happen, the Mughals will come, and if they see the people, they may take the people and make them prisoners. Okay, and what will the others say? The Deshmukhs didn't take care, the Deshmukh has put them into prisons. Okay, so that is why he warned them, as I give you the command, go and do it, don't waste even a single moment. That shows how much careful Shivaji Maharaj was even for the Royat around over here and the people, that means for his own subject. Okay, if a subject is not there, will the state be there, will the Swaraj be there? No. So everything, he was so much very well. He told them to shift fast, and they shifted them to a place down the Ghats, okay, safe down the place, down the Ghats. Now he also told them, he further told them, take good care of the Royat, take care of them, otherwise it will all come in the names of the Deshmukh. And in Maharaj also saw that that the soldiers did not in any way cause any harm to the Royat. Okay, he also saw to it that the army, okay, didn't do any harm to any of the soldiers didn't do any harm to any of the Royat. That way they were well taken care of, okay, by Shivaji Maharaj. That is why we call Shivaji Maharaj an ideal ruler, a ruler who is not only expanding his territories but is also taking care of his subjects, okay, is also concerned and for the welfare and well-being of his own subjects. Okay, boys. Boys, we saw in the first part about the ideal ruler Shivaji Maharaj. Now in part 2, we should continue to see about more of the qualities why Shivaji Maharaj was called an ideal ruler. Okay, boys.